Don't be too caught up in your head, guys. One of the glaring trends I've seen in the personal growth spiritual space is that people are always doing inner work, working on their mindset, working on their negative beliefs, all of those things. And there's a time and place for that, but at the same time, perpetually being obsessed with it, that's a pure recipe for disaster. Guys, we live in two dimensions of reality. Not talking about the 12 dimensions which are mentioned in spiritual text, the broader two dimensions, the physical and the non physical. So, if we are just obsessed with the non physical aspect, that transpires to daydreaming perpetually. It isn't an effective way to live because then otherwise you would bump into the same patterns again and again, the same kind of shit show, the fuck ups, all the same drama, and you won't even realize what's happening because you're so caught up in thinking positive, viewing things through your perspective only, and moreover, there's no room for growth there because then you are just in your head all the time. Getting out of your head, looking at what's outside, like the nature over here, it's key to honing our skills as a human being, to simply live life even, because we live in the material world, guys. We have to stop bullshitting ourselves with all these spiritual ideas constantly. We don't need that level of spirituality. I'd say 99% of them, 99% of us don't need to be caught up in our inner world all the time. Additionally, guys, there's also great mental stress that's created if you're just focused on what's happening inside. If you're trying to get every thought, action, and emotion right, it creates tremendous mental stress. Our minds were designed to not only look inside but outside as well. That's a very practical way to live. We live in the material world. Damn, I'm repeating myself again and again. But yeah, we live in the material world, guys. We have to look outside. We have to see what's happening in our relationships, in our interactions with others, in our work, our finances. Look at the stuff which is happening truthfully and use that to our advantage. There's also a place for viewing things through a positive lens or viewing things through the lens of everything is working out for my good. There's a place for that as well, but at the same time, you have to be a bit objective as well. You can't be all caught up in your head and fantasizing about stuff, the future, your desires. You have to come back to planet Earth and see, have a look around you. Have a look at the people, what their intentions are. That's very important. What their intentions are, what are they trying to convey you when they talk to you, what's happening in your business life, your work life, the reason, the objective reason you're fucking up there, all of those things. You have to look at things objectively. Additionally, guys, it's very important to uh, know that certain powers, the powers that be right now, they often take advantage of this personal growth, inner work space, the people who are in this space, by making them obsessively think about themselves, about what they feel, what they don't feel, what's positive for them, all of those things. And if a person is too caught up with those things, that person is much easier to manipulate, as I hinted earlier. Our social media algorithm, it's filled with uh, it's filled with suggestions of what we want, what's going on in our mind constantly. And a lot of us don't really pay attention to it. We just feel that it's a means for them to show us ads and sell commercial shit to us. But actually, they're just recording a great deal of what's inside our unconscious mind. They want us to stay stuck in a loop of saying stuff and saying stuff, thinking about stuff, feeling stuff, and just having that reflected back in the YouTube feed. And in this loop, they can't really see what's around them. They're constantly in their phone. You have a lot of memes about this. You have a lot of memes about uh, people just being people slouching and looking at their phones all the time. And this is often frowned upon. We know that this is not healthy, but we simply don't understand the extent to which somebody could use this to their advantage, to manipulate our perception, our psyche. This is exactly the premise of my video here, and as always, I share things which are non conventional, which need to be talked about, especially in the personal growth space, which can become really narcissistic at times. It's not about what you feel and what you believe all the time. It's also about how you deal with reality, what's actually happening in your world. Have a good look around. Explore the nature if you'd like. And please, please, be more outward directed. Not all the time introspecting like a Zen monk. Hope this resonated with the smart ones out there. You guys will understand what I'm saying. The rest can simply fuck off.